What's going on? It's Fred. Michael Jackson. Michael was very important to my childhood. I can still remember sitting in Hubbard, Ohio. My mother would put on Thriller. I was probably 7 years old at the time, maybe. I just remember being so amazed that there could be somebody that had this much talent. I mean, this is a guy who literally moved in an almost inhuman kind of way. I mean, just the way he can move to the music, and he was so strange. And I guess being like a white guy in a suburban area, he was black, and he was cool. It was just too much for me to understand. It was too much for me to understand. And I can remember first time seeing the Thriller video, and having not for the first time I watched the video, and it wasn't just a music video to me. I mean, music videos were still fairly new at that time, but it wasn't a music video to me. It was a film. It was a film that really represented the song to me. And there's a lot of crappy music videos that you see that after a few minutes of seeing them, you forget them. But not the Thriller music video. You see that, and then from that point on, every time you hear the song Thriller, every time you hear Vincent Price's spoken word, Terrorize Y'all's Neighborhood, every time you hear that, it's like you think of that video. You think of that scene where the girl turns around and screams in her I think she was wearing denim maybe, and she turns around and she's terrified, and you see Michael and you're like, holy crap. On a side note, if he would have been faking his death and he would have gotten out of the casket during the memorial and started doing like the Thriller thing, that would have been so awesome. I would have gone to every show on the tour, but he didn't do that. But Michael at some point got weird. He became more than a star. He became a person that didn't want people to be around him or to understand him, even though he was one of the most famous people in the world. And he became separated. And I think maybe he found solace in trying to remain in childhood, trying to have sleepovers and things like that. Did he have sex with the kids? I don't know. I'd like to hope not. He seemed kind of guilty, but now that he's dead, the best thing about him being dead now is we can forget. We can love him again for who he is, his music. We can love Michael for the talent and the fact that he changed the world with what he had to say, and the way he could dance, and the way he could sing, and the music he did is timeless. And I'm as guilty as the rest of the world. I've been listening to Thriller countless times over and over again, just going back and feeling like I'm 7 years old again sometimes. It's really nice. It's like it takes you back to a time free of worry. It's kind of ironic to me that a piece of my childhood died with the death of a guy who might have gotten a piece from childhood. I don't know. It affects me, but I think we're all glad to see him go, because it's okay to like Michael Jackson again. That might be the biggest accomplishment he's ever had. See ya.